Constantine. If you clicked on this video, then you probably heard the name. But who was he? Was he a good guy who opened the Roman Empire to Christianity? Or was he a bad guy who left out important books of the Bible? Well, let's find out about that right now. Hi, my name is Gay O'Neill, and this is Jesus Stories, where we find out about heroes of the Christian faith, because so much of who we are is because of who they were. In my very first video, I talked about the Emperor Diocletian, who began the last major persecution of Christians. Diocletian resigned in the year 305, but the persecution continued for another 8 years while 6 generals fought over who would be the next emperor. You've probably heard the story. Constantine was in a battle with his brother-in-law, Maxentius, and during the battle, Constantine looked to the sun for inspiration and saw a cross. Well, the brother-in-law was drowned in the Tiber River, and his army was decimated. Constantine saw the victory as a gift from God. So did Constantine really accept Christ that day? Well, no one can know his heart, but he shortly after became co-emperor of Rome, and he and his co-emperor issued the Edict of Milan, which made Christianity a legal religion in the Roman Empire and officially ended the persecution. Once he became the sole emperor of Rome, Constantine wanted to unify the Roman Empire under the worship of the one God. But he found out that there wasn't a lot of unity in the Christian community. Remember, planes, trains, and automobiles were more than 1,500 years away. Most travel took place on foot, occasionally on horseback or maybe even on a ship. It took months to get anywhere. That being the case, new ideas were very difficult to share. It was time to unite the Christian community. And there was only one man in the entire world who could pull that off. Constantine paid for 1,800 Christian leaders to come to Rome to come together on Christian doctrine. As you may have guessed, this was the famous Council of Nicaea. It was held a year after Constantine became the sole emperor of Rome. Aside from the vision story, Constantine is best known for presiding over the Council of Nicaea, where the books of the Bible were decided on. So what was Constantine's role at the Council of Nicaea? Well, he was mostly a spectator. Remember, Constantine was a new Christian. He knew next to nothing, and he knew next to nothing, which is why he paid to have 1,800 church leaders come to Rome to hash it out. So Constantine sat back and watched the debates, which were very lively, including a few fistfights. Yes, fistfights. Remember Diocletian's persecutions? Well, there was a bishop who lost an eye during those persecutions, and the same guy was at the Council of Nicaea. And when the debates got a little heated, he actually punched another guy in the face. By the way, if you learned anything new today, do me a favor and please hit the like button. That tells YouTube that this is quality content that other people should be seeing. Thanks. Once the dust cleared and the fistfights were over, what was decided at the Council of Nicaea? Well, there were a number of things, but the most important ones were the nature of Jesus. Is Jesus God or just another created being? When would Pascha be celebrated? And what books would be included in the Bible? We'll talk about those things in another video. Constantine ruled until the year 337 when he died at age 65. Constantine is regarded as a saint by Eastern Orthodox Christians. But by today's standards, is he what we would call a saintly kind of guy? Maybe not. Constantine assassinated his wife. He assassinated his own son, and he even assassinated his 10-year-old nephew. He sponsored pagan temples when it was politically expedient, and he even allowed a pagan temple to be built in his own honor. We'll talk more about Constantine and the Council of Nicaea next week. In the meantime, Thanks so much for watching Jesus Stories. I hope you subscribe, and please let me know in the comments down below what you'd like me to talk about, because I'd be happy to do it. Thanks so much. See you next week. Bye-bye.